Hello to everyone, this is Vishal, and again we are in new session of the day, that is let's do again in the Android related. And as we involved in the many sessions like on the jetpack before, and others be like your Kotlin, we continue there. There'll be the Java, and this kind of stuffs already be implemented in my channel. But as last few days I involved in the jetpack and also be your Flutter project. So basically my purpose to create this video is that first we'll discuss about the Flutter, the differences between your jetpack Flutters and the Flutter, because of both are different platform, but there'll be something that we have to do, that common approaches, there'll be the differences between these two. So first we have to go with the Flutter, and then we have to compare with the jetpacks and other approaches, like how we can implement the same app on the Flutter and in your jetpack also. And so these things, that means as I did in many projects that and many sessions, that uh, how we can implement the most complex thing, and we can create the easy approaches and easy way we can do it, the programming in this uh, Kotlin, in the Java, as well as we will discuss about the Flutter in the future also. So those sessions which are pending, that is also be continue, we'll do the continue. And then first we started the Flutter today, and then we'll discuss about that, what the advantage of that, and where we have to implement this kind of things. And because of in many channels you can learn that Flutter, but my basic approach is that what differences and how we can use the natives, and where we can use the native, where we can use the Flutter. And so can, if you are a native developer, you can learn the Flutter, because of I did Flutter apps also. So both ways we can learn. So that is we have to learn in Android Studio, and how we can implement a small app in the Flutter. Same things we have to do in the same approach we can follow in your jetpack also. So we'll see. And also we'll discuss about the Figma designs to your Flutter, Figma designs to your uh, Android Studio, that is for the jetpacks, as we have a relay nowadays, a new um, uh, platform they provided. Okay, so how we can use these things, so that we have to do. Okay, that is the new modules they introduced. So these all we have to do in the Flutter. First we can discuss about that. Okay, so we'll see what is the Flutter, and then we can continue these sessions, and then again the old sessions also. So let us start it. Okay, now let's start with the Flutter. And as you know that in my sessions, I always be give emphasis on that key points, like that whatever be the necessary and whatever be the required. So those complexity we have to resolve. So I don't go with that more depth on the Flutter, just because of everybody know about the Flutter, what is Flutter and what exactly it is. But I will teach you how to properly work in the Flutter. So because of as I have seen that many things, I mean many mistakes developer doing in the making the projects on the Flutter. So that's we have to do. And just we go for the useful information, just I mean because of as you can read it from any site, and from your the Flutter site, that what is the Flutter, and then and you know about that is an open source kit, and then we can use it as in a multi platforms. And the key things to remember about the Flutter is that once you write the code, and you can upload your app to the Android or iOS, that is the best thing, that's best part. But in some points we have to choose the native applications, that we'll discuss on my coming sessions. That is how we can create that Swift, and how we can create it as in a jetpacks, or a Kotlin, or whatever. So now the basic thing is, we compare the Flutter with the jetpack now, and then we can use the things as in the Flutter, and how to implement it, how to use the packages in the Flutter in Android Student, how to use the packages in your jetpack. So one is the native and other is your Flutter. So basic advantage, as everybody knows, that the Flutter works with the multiple systems, platforms, and likewise, and limitations be there. Limitations means in native, as I told you, that in a in the native little delay in the work, but we have to create the app in a different platform, but good user experience with that. Because of, mean to say that if you go with your one Kotlin, Java, or multiple ways you can implement it, but you are implementing the native, it will take little time, but you can implement what there is no any small issues, no any we can say that complexities, more complexity be like sometimes in the Flutter we hang on that. So those points I will discuss in my short videos, coming videos. What are those points where we use these apps and how we can implement this. So a lot of stuffs be there, and as but first we have to check properly, that means those packages, and how the Flutter works, and how on my next session how the jetpack, as I told you already, informed you that in my previous session jetpack works. So these two we have to work. So here, if we go with your Flutter, we can say that is simply the Google SDK, that is Android iOS. We can create both the apps on that. While we can in your Android Studios, we have a multiple platform also. Okay, now in the Compose. So how we can implement those also. But as I'm discussing about at this time only the Android. So first we discuss this and then we go for the iOS in other sessions. So here, as we can say that widgets, that is the most important point we have to discuss today. And widgets means we can say that we implement that those we can explore those class widgets in which we can say that the Flutter is that widget inside widgets, nothing else. So how the widget works and what the use of the widgets, and likewise if you go for their jetpack, so there also be that we are using, but in a different approaches. So here we can say that the most important thing is widget you have to learn, because of if you say the widget, if you learn the widget, you means you can build the app at least 90%, 80 to 90%. Okay. So compared to its contemporary technologies like your React Native, Kotlin, and Java, Flutter is much better with regard to having a single code base that we have. So these points sometimes um, uh, everybody want to know that. So these are the very basic things, you can learn it from anywhere. Okay. Otherwise, I will upload this talk. You can learn it from here. So widgets. So if you're talking about the features, main architecture, so we can say that we have a gestures, we have a widgets, we have a concept of states, and we have a layers. So these be the main 4 points, and your Flutter be over. So today the basic thing is widgets, and we are talking about, and the next we are talking about the concept of the states. So as you know everybody, it works with the stateless and your stateful, these two areas. And widgets, that means in the both areas we are needed. So we can say that those blocks which with the Flutter apps are built, that is called basic building block. So each handling one particular job, like we can say that we have a area. The first thing is that the behind area means your background area. So we can say we have a scaffold. So that is the widget. If we say that we need a text to enter something or to present something, we have a button that we have to enter something. So these all are widgets, nothing else. As we have in simple Android, widgets also be these the same, but we are using as the components. But here we can say that it is a main com, and then we can say the main component in which it is built. So they have a very simple concept they're putting here. They just go for the main widget on that backgrounds, and then according to that we can put the other widgets on it, that inside, nothing else. So if you're talking about the widgets that are primary component, and it acts as the UI for the user to interact with the application, any Flutter application itself a widget. That is a very most important point. Any Flutter application is itself a widget. So remember this always, and that is made of combination of widgets. That I'm saying widgets inside widgets. So simply any Flutter application itself a widget, and then it is made of combination of widgets. This line is the most important, and you have to learn that single line. That means you can do it perfectly. So in the standard application, the root defines the structure of the applications followed by the material app widget. Okay. So the basic thing is material app widget. We have a scaffold there. So in this we can use this kind of widget. So this is that material app as a scaffold widget that consists of the visible components of the application. So that is, we can say that is a completely a background area, and under that background area we can put our widgets there simply. So we discussed about the scaffold also, but we can say that simply we have a material app, then we can go for that. Under the material app we are using the scaffold. Under that scaffold we have a app bar, we have a body, we have a bottom bar. So these all we have to put it inside it, and let's discuss about the code. So we'll check it one by one. So for the scaffold, you just simply say that a scaffold has a two primary properties, simply namely the body and the app bar. The two things very most importantly. So if you say that this one app bar and this body, this is your main material. So how we can use it? We'll check one by one, and the same scenarios, but in the different classes, how we can implement in the jetpack, that we already, I think in my previous sessions we have done, but more time, as I told you, I will compare these things. So I will create for the same things for you. Okay, so this is the main thing here, and it is nothing else, because of at very first level we are seeing that there is a banner. You can I mean Flutter banner be there, so using this you can make it false. So this we have to do at very first level, then we go for the next level. Okay, so first we have to create a very basic thing, how we can show the, how we can use the material app, how we can use the scaffold, and how we can use, how we can false hit this. And then inside the app bar, what we can do, inside the body, what we can do. These all points we have to learn one by. Okay, so let's start in Android Studio here, and if you go with that, here you can see that this is the new project that we are creating for the journal. Here we have a new Flutter project. So how we can use the Flutter SDK or likewise that, so you can download it and just simply use it from any location. So I think if this kind of basic video you need it, you can ask to me, otherwise I think it is very easy and you can see it anywhere. Then the next I will upload for this import UI packages. That is very important for the Figma designs. So that also we'll discuss about the jetpack, and also how we can use these things in your Flutter also. Okay, the UI packages and how we can implement these stuffs. So new Flutter project, you can see that there you can say my Flutter SDK is in source, and I'm in a D drive, so you can put it in anywhere. Okay, you just say for the next, you can put it some name, and then just go for whatever be the rear Android, we can say that Android uh, Flutter app. So this kind things you can implement it, and here you can select it your whatever you need it. If you want with the kotlin, you use Swift. I think these to be everybody want to work on that nowadays, but if you want to go with the Java, you can select Java also. And if anybody be familiar or work with the previously Objective-C, so because of these platforms, for the Swift we have to implement it in. Once the project done, then we have to work with the Mac. But here just you can see that this simply kotlin and Swift for now. And in the kotlin, what to do for this. So platforms we have Android, iOS, Linux, Mac, web, Windows, whatever. But at this time I checked all. So simply we can just create project, and if you want to go for the offline, so you can go with the project offline also. So these things are very simple things. You have to I think everybody know about that. Okay, so once your project be ready, so we have a simply you can see that this is your main dart. So what is a dart and this kind of stuff. So I will create one more separate video if you require. Then I think there are many videos related to the dart you can see, but if you want the basic things for the dart and explore it, so I will do that. But now just you have to do how it works. So you can see that here are very simple class names. We have extend the stateless widget, and the same like we have a stateful widget also, but we'll discuss about the basic things. Stateless widget for now, because of, as I told you, that we have to work with the widgets today, then we have to go for the states again in the next session. So here it is a very simple structure as in the our simple app, but a little bit differences be there. So we'll explore it, but this is a simple kotlin and there is java. So whatever is the required, if you go for the kotlin, if you choose the kotlin, then you can see the main activity be there. Okay, so here what you have to do, just simply nothing. There we are useless code for the stateful widget. I don't want to go with the stateful widget, and I think everybody who work with the Flutter at very first level, he will start it from here. Okay, and I don't want to go with anything which is required. So this is all stuffs I am removing. So at this time nothing we have a simple stateless, we have a material app and just simply. Okay, so that's the best part. Is if you go with the any virtual device you can choose it, and otherwise if you select no device, so we can use the H also. Okay, so if you run it, so it run on your web browser. So I think there will be nothing in our app at this time, only it simply give you the blank page. So this very first part you have to start it. So here you can use the first basic material app widget, so that I will describe you what is the implementation. Okay, so when you see here, you can see that this is your debug and the blank page. Okay, so how we can implement the next thing, just we have to check that this is our main widget. That means everything is your material app for now. So nothing we have, this is at this time we can say it is a material app. Okay, and here what to do, first we have to check that for our material app. So very basic widget, that means widget inside widget. So the first basic widget you have to go for the home, and under the home this home we have a scaffold. So that is the most important. The first thing is there and it is under the Flutter material data. Okay, so if you go with that, this is our scaffold, this is the class. So the second thing is that you can say this is a material app, the main, and then we have a scaffold. If you go with that, here what is that, this is a material app, under it we have a scaffold. So we go for the app bar and the body for this. So what to do, so you can see that under the scaffold what be the class which required. So you can see that your app bar. Okay, so here you can see that your app bar. If you go for the app bar, so under the app bar what exactly it is. Okay, this is under this app bar. If you go, we have our title of the app, that is the most important. Okay, and whenever we give any title, so that means we need a text part for this. So if you go for your title, we have a title spacing, we have a title text styles, all this. But here you can see that again widget. So my today we have to learn only widget, widget, widget. So then again it is a widget. Title is also widget. Okay, so the first, what is the first basic, we go for the material app, under that the scaffold widget, that is our home. Then we go for your app bar, then we go for your body. So here if we go for your title, so you can say that this is your text, and I'm checking that text here, this is my app. first app. Okay, so if you see your, you can see that this is your first app, but okay, we'll do it later, but this is our first app. So now one thing is covered, that is the first visit be here, that sorry top visit is here, and then here the body visit is here, that is scaffold. So above of scaffold we are using our app bar. Okay, so now we have a one more thing in this scaffold, that is called your body. Then also we have a bottom navigation bar. So these be the third point. So first we go for the center body, then we go for your bottom navigation bar. These two be the most important part. So this is your body. So again, if you go for the body for now, and here nothing we have, so I'm just giving the text at this time. This is our body, nothing else. Okay. So at this time, what we are giving, this is our body. So this is our one child at this time, and we are doing many things with the text, but at this time we just simple learning how we can go with that widgets inside widgets, just simply. So this is your body, very simple learning. Okay, so if you go with your first step, this is called body. So if you go for the central line, a lot of things be there, but at this time I'm not going the line. So you can see that this hierarchy, this is the lines. So you can say this is a material app, under that he said this is a home. Okay, and under that in this scaffold you can see that this is a app bar body. So these B lines indicates that widgets inside widgets we are working with this. Very simple. So this is our first point, be clear for the widgets. Now we have to go for the second point, how we can work with your more widgets like this. Okay, so as we discussed, we have main material app, scaffold, app bar under that scaffold. Then we have a under the scaffold we have a app bar, we have a body, then we have a bottom. So if go we say the bottom sheet and bottom navigation bar. So first we discuss about the bottom navigation bar today. So you can say that this is your bottom navigation bar. So bottom navigation bar, there we have a lot of things there. We have a theme, we have a theme data, we have a sheet, we have a items. So one by one we'll discuss. So first at this time we choose bottom navigation bar. Okay, but it works with the multiple items. Okay, so for that what to do, because of it is an array, means we need to put multiple things inside it, otherwise it never give you the perfect class values. Okay, so here you can see that these all parameters be there, we need it with its required, so many things be there, but at this times I'm choosing this simple item value in which we have to work. So the two important things we need it at this time, we need a bottom navigation bar item. So here you can see that we have a icon. So for this what to do, you can use the icon class, and under that we have a icons dot, you can choose it icons, many icons be there, home. So we are choosing the first icon be there, home. And here the other thing is that very most important, that is called your label, because of labeling of the items the most important. And then if you go with the label, I am saying this is home, it is default text, so don't go with that. But if you want to go with your anything just like customization, then you can go for it, but at this time I'm not choosing it like this. Okay, then you go for this comma and just down it, you can see that is the bottom navigation. See, this is your scaffold. On the scaffold we have a app bar, we have a body, we have a bottom navigation bar, these three structure. Then if you go for the bottom navigation bar, under that what we have, bottom navigation bar items. Okay, You just what to do, you just copy it, paste it, and paste it. But here I want with us different items, so I'm just going for that. There's a lot of items be there already, be they provided the uh, some icons here, because I'm not going this kind of very small stuffs going where with the icons like that. If you wanted, then I will create this kind of sessions for you where you can find out or where you can use it. But at this time I'm just giving you the simple widgets lecture. Okay, so here is the search, this is your settings, and we can say this is your search. Okay, so that's very easy. So if we check that how it works, be here. Yeah, so you can see that this is the app bar, this is the body, this is your home, this is your settings, this is your search. You can see that it's very easy. So how we can make it stateful, that is different part, but I'm just creating a very simple things because of we just go for the very basic app structure that is we needed, that is the top bar, that is the body, and the bottom bar, nothing else. So if you choose this kind of widgets, you can work it. So widget inside widgets, you just go for this. Okay, so few things I will describe you, that is small but important. So let's see. Okay, so that this part we have covered like this as we discussed. That means whatever be our top bar, app bar, we have a body. Okay, these things I will show you. Debug, show, check mode panel. So you can see that here it coming here debug. So how to do? It's on very simple. You just go for your above home, and you can see that it's showing the bool values, show material grid and mode banner. So you can make it as a false, so you can see that it removed. Okay, so if it making true it comes, false removed. So generally it just check for you are in debug mode, nothing else. So that is very simple. And then one more thing that I need to do, center, and mm, and this is our okay. So if you want that I want a body within center, I will describe you not now what is the child, what be the center. So this will do it later, but at this time I'm just making it set as in the center. Okay, so the body becomes just simply because of we explore the things. App bar, we have a body, we have these bottom items. So I think that is very simple things that we have to learn, that more widgets, we have a buttons, we have a list, lot of things. So I will describe you in my coming session, and the same thing I will describe you in the jetpack, and how we can make implement, how we can implement it in the jetpack, these kind of widgets in very easy way. So that also will do. Okay, so how these make these things, these classes be works be there in their manner, and what be the exactly they using, so that we also do. And also we have to work with the Figma designs, we have to implement in both in the Flutter and as well as in the jetpacks. So we have a UI packages and new things be there. So that all we will discuss in my coming sessions one by one. So thank you so much for the day.